What's going on, everybody? Today I thought I'd make a video about Las Vegas versus California, and more specifically Northern California. I've been in Vegas for almost 2 years now, and it has been pretty interesting. Some things I love, some things I hate, but just to give you an idea of where I used to live, I lived in Santa Cruz, Scotts Valley area, and before Scotts Valley I lived in Fairfield, kind of between Vallejo and UC Davis. And I have to say that the thing that I absolutely hate the most, I'm just talking about the most polarizing stuff that bothered me the most, is definitely the weather. The California weather is no joke. I've lived in California my whole life, so to be in any other weather that's not California is sort of a little bit of a annoying. So like if you go to like Florida, or if you go to Mexico, or you go to the Philippines, or you go to Vegas, it's just ugh. Right? Because you're so used to that perfect weather. Not too hot, not too cold, not too dry, not too humid. And in Vegas, I have to say that the hardest part about it is definitely how hot it gets. But I would say that would be second, or maybe this first. It would actually be how dry it is out here, right? I never really put lotion on. I never like putting that stuff on. I don't like how it feels, but when I'm out here, you just get so dry, and you have to, or I have to. If it's probably not a big deal to some of you, but to me, it's just something I've gotten used to, which is fine. But it's definitely something that takes some time getting used to. So that's number one. Is the dryness and the heat, and things that make it inconvenient. Like you can't go. Like the thing that makes it really annoying, you get used to it after a while. But one of the things that's annoying is like you can't even go during the summertime. You can't go outside. Like there are like 2 or 3 months out of the year where you basically cannot go outside. I mean, you can if you're, maybe a Las Vegas native, but if you're not used to Vegas and you're living here your first year or so, at 6 a.m., 7 a.m. during the summer, it's like almost 100 degrees still. It's like 95 degrees. It's kind of silly. Right now it's a cool day. It's 87 degrees and it's 10 o'clock in the morning. So that gives you an idea of kind of what to expect. Whereas in California, God, I just miss that air so much. Just a little bit of moisture. What are some other things? It gets really cold here. You don't think of Vegas as being a cold place, but during the winter months, December, January, it gets pretty cold and it's really windy. So those are the kind of things I don't like about Las Vegas. The things that I do like is having a bigger house. It's cheaper. Some will argue that's not really a good trade-off. I will tell you that I just moved here because I knew I could always move back. So why not, right? I wanted to stretch our dollar a little bit. We don't pay state taxes out here. So for some people who make a really high income, moving here almost makes it so your house or mortgage is free, in some respects. Amazon is really fast out here. It's probably fast depending on where you live, if you live in California, but like it's fast because there's like a central hub pretty close by, I think, and it's pretty just fast. You get things same day, the next day. I mean, talk about, wanting to be more impatient with life. Vegas helps you do that because everything comes too fast. What else do I like? The food. I mean, if you are a foodie and you like trying different places and you like to adventure with food, this is definitely the place to be. There's just so many different places you can try, and you'll just never really run out of places to try. Being married and having kids, we don't exactly get to go out as because kids can only eat certain things, or it's difficult to get them to eat. Your lifestyle is different when you have 3 kids, right? But if you're single or you're you're just you don't have any kids yet, it's a great place to just really explore. I mean, I think for some people just having a place out here is awesome. A small place, because that's actually how we started. We started off by just buying a place, like a summer home, and then during the Rona, it was just annoying how bad it was, the restrictions in California, especially in Northern California, that we just kind of said, let's move. And as much as that felt like such a huge identity shift, I always just remember, wait a minute, I can move back. Because the house we were staying in, we were renting anyway. The house that we own in Fairfield, it was sort of it was rented. So it wasn't even anything like that. So anyways, that's my thought about Las Vegas versus Santa Cruz, or California really.